Hello. All right, let's see if we have enough height. All right, we're going to get started in 2 minutes. All right, it is 6 o'clock and it is Monday night. So we're going to get started with a 30-minute mini rejuvenating flow. So welcome to practice. My name is Amanda. For anybody who's new to me, and I'm new to you, we're going to get started. We're just going to get right at it, starting in Vajrasana. So that's just the fancy word for sitting on your heels. If you want to prop yourself up on a block, you can. If this is too much on your knees, you could certainly start in just a cross-legged seat. So let's begin by just taking a moment to let your hands rest on your thighs, blink your eyes closed. Take a few cleansing breaths in and out, maybe exhaling out your mouth. And allow yourself to fully arrive for your practice. So we have 30 minutes together. Let's make the most of this time. Bring the palms together and gather your hands into your heart center. Perhaps you find a little intention for your practice, or decide a little intention for your practice. Just a simple word, a phrase, gratitude. All right, and then hold that intention in between your palms. Take a breath in. As you exhale, seal the intention into your heart fully and completely. And then you can blink your eyes open. We're gonna allow our arms to come out to our sides. And then just walk the fingers back a little bit behind the heels so you can lift the chest, drop the shoulders down. And then just moving a little bit into the neck, we're just gonna look over our right shoulder. And then bring it back to the center, and then just peek over your left shoulder. And then bring it back to the center, and then you're just gonna do a slight tuck of your chin to your chest, but keep your spine nice and tall, so you're not rounding in here, but you're just lengthening. Ooh, nice stretch in the back of the neck. And then as you're ready, you're gonna lift your gaze up. So just careful that you're not crunching the back of your neck. It's just a soft little lift to feel the chest lift a little bit. Maybe the shoulders drop down a little bit more. Good, and then bring it back to neutral. As you're ready, we're gonna inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Gaze between your palms. As you exhale, we're just gonna twist to the right. So your left hand is gonna come to the outside of your right thigh, and your right hand's gonna tend behind. And just use that little bit of leverage to twist around your spine. Now peeking over your right shoulder a little bit more. Getting a nice stretch through the left side of your neck, the scaling muscles there. All right, inhale, reach it back up to the sky, palms come together, and then exhale, twist to the other side. Make that little connection, feel that twist. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, twist around it. And then as you twist, think about dropping your right shoulder down, peeking over your left shoulder. Good, and then inhale, we're gonna bring it back to center, and exhale, hands come to your heart. All right, from here, let's rock forward onto hands and knees, just for a moment. If you wanna take a little cat and cow to kind of get into your body, you can. Otherwise, walk the hands forward just a little bit, shoulders right over the wrists, and then we're gonna curl the toes under here, send your hips towards your heels, and peel it up for downward facing dog. So a few moments to get into your down dog, wiggle and stretch, shift. And then as you're ready, we're gonna inhale, lift the heels, bend your knees, and then we're just gonna tiptoe to the top of our mat. So once you get there, let your heels go down, feet planted, hips width, take a halfway lift. Long spine here, flat back, inhale. Keep the length as you exhale, hinge at your hips, soften and fold, a little bent into the knees. And then you might grab opposite elbows here, let your head hang heavy, and then just find a little sway side to side. And a lot of times it's a little sway, but it feels kind of good to take a big sway, so give that a try. And then if you've got your elbows gripped, you can switch the grip. Good, and then find center, find stillness. Fingertips are going to drape down towards the earth. Press into your feet, slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow, fingertips can drape the shins, the knees, thighs, shoulders roll forward, up and back. Root down into your feet again. Lift the arms all the way out and upward, Bahastasana. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Let your arms hang at your sides in Tadasana. Good. All right, from here, feet are going to press into the ground once again. If you want to keep them hips width, you can. Otherwise, bring the toes together to touch a little space between the heels. And then let's get moving. Inhale, arms are going to rise and reach. Exhale, hinge and fold. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Step your right foot back as you breathe out. Inhale, lower your back knee down, gaze forward. And then exhale, lift the back knee up, straight through the left leg, tuck your chin to your chest, pyramid variation. Inhale, rock forward, gaze forward, lower the back knee. And then exhale, draw everything in, straighten and tuck. One more time, inhale to lower. And then exhale, lift up, straight. Good. Inhale, bend, keep the back knee lifted, and then plant your hands. We're going to step back to downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down, nice and slow. The knees can always come down to support you. Point your toes, inhale, lift your chest. Cobra. Exhale, lower your chest down. Pull the toes under, lift the kneecaps up, press up to a strong high plank, and then exhale to downward facing dog. Your right leg is going to lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. We're going to go right up to a high crescent. So find your footing, and then inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale to land and ground. Take another breath in. As you exhale, hands come down and bring your foot. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Take a halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center, arms to your sides. All right, keep on going. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hinge and fold. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Step your left foot back as you breathe out. And then inhale, gaze forward, lower your back knee down. Exhale, lift the back knee up, straight through the right leg, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale to rock forward, lower your knee, look forward. And exhale to straighten. One more time, inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. This time, inhale, bend into your right knee, keep your back knee lifted. Plant your palms, step your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Breathe out long for plank, nice and slow and strong. Exhale to lower down all the way or maybe partway chaturanga dandasana. Roll over the toes, lift the heart high, upward facing dog, or you can stay with cobra, and then exhale to the way, downward facing dog. Your left leg is gonna lift. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Get your footing first, and then inhale, lift up, or crescent warrior. Exhale to land and ground into it. Take another breath in. As you exhale, hands come down to frame your foot. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Take halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. And then inhale, left foot steps back, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way or partway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Keep it going. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward as you exhale, walk, step, or jump your way to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale to rise out and up, all the way up. We're going to go right back down. Exhale, fold to the ground. Halfway lift, inhale. Left foot steps back as you exhale. Inhale, right foot steps back, high. And then exhale, lower down. Moving through your vinyasa. Making your way to downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. And then exhale, walk, step, jump to the top. Take a halfway lift and forward fold. Ride the wave of your breath out and up. Stretch it tall. And exhale, hands to heart center. Arms to your sides. Tadasana. So just give yourself a moment to feel the feet firmly planted on the ground. Feel your breath fully moving in your body. And then as you're ready, we're going to reach our arms all the way up. Exhale, sit down, Utkatasana. So bending at your ankles, knees, and hips. Feel the weight shifting to the backs of your heels. You might float the toes up, spread the toes out wide, and then set them down from the pinky toe to the big toe. I always seem to need my hands to do that, or my feet. Hands are then going to come to heart center. Shift the weight into your right foot, and you're just going to lift your left foot to float it above the mat. So just feel the strength of your right leg. Good, and then power up through that right leg. You're gonna lift your left leg all the way into a one-legged Tadasana. We're gonna just open the hip up, moving into a tree pose. So really try to get just the left hip involved here. The left foot can come down to the ground as a little kickstand. It can come to your calf. It can come to the inner right thigh. If you have that connection, think about the thigh pressing into the foot and the foot into the thigh. Arms can stay, or hands can stay at your heart center. Maybe you reach your arms all the way up. Maybe you lift through the heart a little bit and think about rooting down to find that lift and reach up to the sky. Good, and then we're going to bring our hands to heart center, stair step your left knee forward. Nice and slowly kick the left heel back, crown is going to go forward for warrior 3. So just take a moment to level off your hips. Notice if you're locked out in your right knee. See if you can just find a little bit of bend there. Activate through your quadricep. Good, and then bend all the way into your right knee. Your left toes are gonna reach back for the ground. Circle your arms down, back, and all the way up for a high crescent. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Take another breath in and another breath out. As you inhale, you're gonna lift the fingertips up, and then as you exhale, you're gonna bring your hands to your heart and twist to the right. So hooking the left elbow on the outer right thigh. And then find length from tail to crown or from crown to tail. Lifting the back knee or the inner left thigh up to the sky. Continue to breathe, stay with it. Notice if you're like leaning or really settling into that. See if you can lift up out of your twist. So you use the strength of your core to hold you, the strength of your legs, the fullness of your breath. Good. As you're ready, we're going to inhale back through center and then exhale, open it all the way up to warrior two. So find a nice bend into your right knee. Flip your front palm to back, peaceful warrior. Reach up and back. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down, pop your back heel up. Left hand is going to ground, right hand is going to circle all the way up for a simple twist. And then with your exhale, reach your right hand forward, bring it back down to the ground. We're going to step the left foot up to meet the right, take a halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, and exhale to sit back down, Utkatasana. All right, and then hands are going to come to heart center. You're going to shift the weight into your left foot and just float your right foot. So just feeling the strength of your left leg to hold and support you. Push your left foot into the ground, lift your right thigh up to the sky, one-legged Tadasana. And then we're just going to open it up to a tree pose. So that right foot can go anywhere on the inside of the left leg. You can help the foot along as needed. Maybe you find a different expression. It doesn't have to be the same from right to left. Continue to breathe. All right, we're going to bring it back to center. Your hands are going to come to heart center. And then nice and slowly, we're going to bring it back to a warrior three. So right leg goes back, crown goes forward. And then bend into your left knee. We're going to go super, super slowly. Right toes, reach back, touch the ground. And then fingertips are going to go down, back, and all the way up for your high crescent. Couple of breaths here, settle in. Notice if you're wanting to rush and do something else. Just because it's a shorter amount of time doesn't mean we have to rush through the practice, right? We still take our sweet time and attention. All right, one last breath in. And then as you exhale, hands come to heart as you simultaneously twist to the left. So just tapping, we're tucking that right elbow outside the left thigh, really lengthening through the crown of your head, lifting the back inner right thigh up to the sky. Inhale, rise all the way up through the center, and then exhale, open it up, warrior two. Stretch your fingers apart, soften your shoulders down, sink in, find your depth. Flip your front palm to back, peaceful warrior. Good, on your exhale, we're going to cartwheel our hands down to the ground. Right hand grounds, left hand is going to circle up and back, just a little twist. Good, and then left hand reaches forward as you exhale and comes back to the ground. This time we're going to step back, left foot to meet the right high plank, and then you can take a little vinyasa there, making your way to downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, we're going to come out to a high plank. And then you're going to anchor into the left hand, come onto the knife edge of the left foot, spin open to Shavasana. So maybe the right foot is just in front of the left, maybe it stacks. You could always drop your left knee down for a supportive version. Good, and then exhale, right hand comes down. We're gonna go all the way over to the other side. Left hand reaches up to the sky, lifting your hips. Find whatever your expression of side plank is today. Good, and then exhale, left hand comes down, vinyasa if you wanna. Downward facing dog we go. Okay, just a couple of breaths to let things settle in. And then from here, we're going to lift the right leg up. Step your right foot behind your left, and then bend into your left knee. So you're switching, pressing the right foot into the mat, bending into the left knee, let your chest melt towards your thighs, particularly your left thigh. And then one handprint at a time, we're gonna walk all the way back. So your feet are cross-legged, take a halfway lift, and then just walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. So just getting into a little stretch here in the right hip and the right side body. If it feels like the ground is too far away, you can bend into your knees a little bit. You could also grab a yoga block. Good, and then you're just gonna walk your hands back through center, walk your hands over to the right. And then lift your heels off the mat. So you're coming off your tiptoes. You're gonna keep spinning all the way to the right. So you're to the back of your mat, and then exhale to fold yourself forward. Inhale to rise all the way up, just a big freedom breath here. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Take a halfway lift, breathe in, step your left foot back as you breathe out. Lower your back knee down. We're just going to heel toe the right foot over to the right edge of your mat. So coming into a lizard pose here. If you want, you could roll your mat to find a little extra padding for your knee. And then you can stay upright, or you could bring your elbows down to the mat. Maybe there's a block supporting you here. And then just allow your body to settle in. Wonderful. And then from here, you're going to bring your hands back to the mat, curl the back toes under, lift your back knee. Walk your hands all the way to the left. Spin all 10 toes to the left as well. We'll pause here in a little wide-legged forward fold. So take a halfway lift and then fold yourself forward. Maybe you walk your hands underneath you a little bit more. Hollow out the belly, crown goes down, hips go high. And then take a halfway lift. Continue your journey back to the front of your mat. Turn all 10 toes forward, bend into your left knee. Lower your back knee down. All right, just to keep it fresh and fun, you're gonna heel toe your left foot over to the right edge of your mat. We're gonna take a pigeon on the left side. So you're just gonna start to find any support that you need for your left hip. Lengthen your right leg back, keep your hips nice and square, lift your chest. Then exhale, fold over. So maybe you just come to the forearms, maybe you can stack your palms, maybe you extend your arms all the way out. And then from here, you're going to lift up out. Curl the back toes under. You're going to sweep your left leg all the way up and back. Just shake it out. If you want to bend your knees, stack your hip and open to flip your dog, finding a little bitty back bend there, you can. And then unflipping, come back to downward facing dog. So we're going to do all of that on the other side. Your left leg is going to lift. Step your left foot behind your right, bend into your right knee. Press the left heel towards the earth. Feel that little bitty stretch in the back of your left leg. Or maybe it's a big stretch. Walk your hands back. Come into your cross-legged forward fold. Take a halfway lift. And then walk your hands over to the right. So that little stretch, maybe there's a block to support you. Wonderful. And then we're going to bring it back to the left, your center. Lift your heels, and then you're going to keep spinning all the way to the left. Uncrossing your legs, heels go down. Lift and lengthen all the way out and up. And exhale, fold. Take a halfway lift. You're going to step your right foot back this time. Lower your back knee down. Heel toe your left foot over to the left edge of your mat. Coming into lizard on the left side. Patting your knee if needed. Staying upright if wanted. Or coming down to your elbows, your forearms. Notice where your shoulders are in relation to your ears. You can find a little space. And then your palms are going to come back to the mat. Curl the right toes under, lift your knee up. Walk your hands to the right, spin all 10 toes to the right. We'll pause here in a wide-legged forward fold just for a breath or two. Maybe you find a different variation. Maybe you find some side lunges. Maybe you find a little bind to rinse the shoulders out. Wonderful. And then hands are going to come down to the ground. Take a halfway lift spine. Walk your hands all the way back to the top of your mat. Bend into your right knee. Lower your back knee down. You're going to heel toe your right foot over to the left edge of your mat. Coming into pigeon on the right side. So just find that little back bend quality. Walking your hands back by your hips. Lifting through your chest. And you could, of course, stay upright or surrender into whatever your expression of pigeon is here. Really just let go. Last breath in. One breath out. And then walk the hands back, lift the chest up, curl your toes under. We're going to reach the right leg all the way up and back, stack your hip and open it, bend your knee first. And then maybe you flip your dog. And then unflip as you're ready. Back to downward facing dog, and then we're going to lower our knees to the ground, knees wide, toes together, for child's pose. Let your body really sink and settle in. Just feel the presence of the practice in your body, in your mind, in your heart. And even though it's a shortened practice, the time spent on your mat, the attention, the intention as well, it all matters. All right, rock forward so that you can cross your ankles. Come onto your seat. And then scoot forward on your mat. We're going to lower all the way down. You can decide how you want to get down. I'm going to lift my chest, lift my arms, and then we're going to roll through the spine nice and slowly. Thinking like a cat-like spine here. You can always bring your hands behind you. Reach your arms overhead. Stretch out nice and long. And then gather your knees in towards your chest and find just a little sway side to side. And then reach your toes up to the sky. And just find a little length up the wall. Viparita Karani. Just a soft, gentle inversion. You can stay with that as long as you'd like. Or perhaps you bend your knees, bring your feet down to the ground, soles of feet together, knees open wide. Maybe left hand to heart, right hand to belly. Feel the beat of your own heart. Feel the breath moving beneath your palms. Allowing the rhythm of your breath to find that natural flow. So not trying to control the breath any longer, just letting it flow freely through you, perhaps a little more freely than at the start of practice. And you are welcome to stay in the Supta Baddha Konasana position, or you could extend your legs long and let your arms rest at your sides in Shavasana, palms to the sky, heart to the sky, open. I will leave you as you are. As always, it is my honor and my privilege to guide you through your practice. I wish you well, I wish you peace, I wish you love. Namaste.